Hey guys, it's Kelly here from Armed and Feminine, and we've created a series of back to basics and fundamentals. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and tell your friends about it. So our first video is all about safety. You know, it doesn't matter if you are a new shooter or an experienced shooter, it's always really good to have a review and go over those and keep those on the front of our minds. So the first rule of gun safety is going to be always, always, always assume that all guns are loaded. Second one is never point that gun at anything you're not willing to destroy. Always, always, always keep your trigger finger high and away from the trigger guard and off the trigger until your sights are on target and you're ready to shoot. And lastly, know your target and what's beyond. Famous last words are always, "It's not loaded." Too many times I've had people show up with guns, I'm like, don't touch them. Oh, it's not loaded, only to find out that it is. So we need to employ several of the rules of gun safety before we check these guns. So number one, I'm stealing a line from my friend Beth, is I found to be really effective, is to make a gun and take a gun. So when you do that, it automatically puts that trigger finger high up and away from the trigger guard up along the slide, between the slide and the frame. So what next we're going to do is always keep it pointed in a safe direction, just in case. Now, let's check this. So we're going to drop the magazine. I'm going to take my thumb and apply some pressure on the slide stop going upward and pull it rearward to lock it back. Now, if that gun were loaded, a round would have popped out, and yeah, I've seen that. And then I can visually and physically inspect to see that that gun is not loaded. So if we ever come across a gun where the action is not open and faced up, we assume that it's loaded. So, secondly, let's not point this muzzle at anything we're not willing to destroy. That's a serious question, because remember, you can't call a bullet back, like, come on back, I didn't mean to do that. Right? So if we think about keeping this pointed in a safe direction and we're not pointing at anything we're not willing to destroy, I always tell folks think about a laser, a green or red laser, you know, one my dog chases. Wherever that's going is where the bullet is going to be. So you need to be very mindful on how to employ where is a safe direction. What am I not willing to destroy? So if I'm on the second floor, my kids are on the first floor, this is not a safe direction. So we always need to constantly be thinking about where is the muzzle of my gun being pointed. And lastly, know your target and what's beyond. Yeah, we hope that we're going to hit the target. Under some duress, we might not. So employ thought as to where might this bullet go. I always tell the groundhog story. Tried to kill that little thing that was living on our farm, and I never had a safe direction. And he teased me because over there was a lady's house, down below was a road, to this side was a gas well, and over here was a gas line. So you need to be always employing thought all the time about what is that safe direction. So once again, always, always, always assume all guns are loaded until we check it. Always, always, always never point this gun at anything we're not willing to destroy. Always, always, always keep our finger off the trigger until we're ready to shoot and sights are on target. Actually, it's helpful if you keep it along this line between the slide and the frame. Gives you something tactile to hold on to. And always, always, always know your target and what's beyond. There you have it. 4 rules of gun safety. I'm Kelly from Armed and Feminine. If you like what you're seeing, hit the subscribe button. Remember, it's your life. Protect it.